and welcome to a new video. My name is Smriti and you are watching the Disney Channel. No, you're not. You're watching Santhreet. I talk about books here. Hi. But anyway, in this video, I thought that I would talk to you about the books that I plan to read in March, as well as ask you to choose a book for me to read. Because I've been doing this for the last 2 months now. It's been super fun. In Feb, I asked you to choose between 4 books in the enemies to lovers trope, and you helped me choose that. That was from a vlog that I was doing, and that was the last video that I put up. So, like, if you haven't checked it out, do check it out. I will link it down below. It was fun. And this month, since it's March and it's Women's History Month, I thought that I would give you options of 4 books that are by women and about women. So that's gonna be super fun. But before I get into that, I feel like I would be remiss if I did not talk about what's happening in the world right now. And the primary thing that's happening in the world right now is just things that are happening in Ukraine. It's really, really terrible. Russia basically invaded Ukraine, and the people of Ukraine are just dealing with all of that. If you want to know more about what's happening, I will link a couple of threads down below that have really helped me understand this, as well as, more importantly, links to organizations which you can donate to. If you can't donate to them, then please do share these organizations and these links with other people who can. It's really, really important. I have a friend, Nastya, who is from Ukraine, and her family is there, and she shared this one organization called Save Life, which she personally donated to, and I have donated to as well. But there are plenty of other organizations which are helping either refugees or with people who are there in Ukraine to help defend themselves. And yeah, I'm just gonna put all of that down in the description, so please do check it out and donate if you can. But if you can't, then please do share it with people who can. But before we get into the books, I feel like I also need to talk about this, which is for the last week I felt like I couldn't post on social media and just generally talk about books on the YouTube channel or whatever, because it felt so weird to be talking about books when such a terrible thing is happening in the world. But I've come here now because I feel like this is a place that keeps me happy, and just to be stuck in that mental space of only to be reading about the war and continuously like refreshing your feed wasn't doing great things for my mental health. So I am still constantly worried about that, but I also feel like you need a little bit of respite as well. So this is that for me, and if watching my video is that respite for you, then well, we're all in this together. What is up with me and like just Disney moving it? But anyway, that's generally my thought. I don't think I'm being very eloquent with my thoughts and emotions right now, but I hope you understand what I mean. And with that, let us get into the 4 books that I need you to choose between for me. Alright, so since it's Women's History Month, essentially what people try to do in this month is try to read more books written by women. I already do. I have read 30-ish books this year already, and 81% of them are by women. So you know, I'm good with that. But these are 4 books which I'm going to talk about now, which I have been putting off for a long period of time, and I really, really want to read, and I need your help to choose between them. So the first one is going to be this really tiny but like beautiful book called Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. This is a book translated from Japanese, and it is supposed to be like amazing, and it is about 2 tales about mothers, transsexuality, bereavement, kitchens, love, and tragedy. And I don't want to know much else because it is only 160 pages, and like what else do I need to know? So that's that. Another book with a beautiful book cover is this one, which is Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. I read a previous book by Yaa Gyasi, which is Transcendent Kingdom, and I absolutely love that one. This is her first book, however, and people have loved this. I have had this in my house since it released. I shit you not. I have had this book in my hand for a long time, more than 5 years now. So I really need to get to it, but essentially it's following two Ghanaian women back in the 17th century or 18th century, I'm not too sure. And they are sisters. One is sold into slavery and one marries an Englishman, and then we follow their descendants through time. So that's essentially what this book is about. I have heard absolutely amazing things about this one. Everyone loves it. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one too. And tell me if you think this should be the choice. And I am here to make your life even more difficult, because the third choice is this one, which is Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. This won the Booker Prize, and I've heard amazing things about it. This follows essentially 12 people, and we're following 12 people's perspective, I think. Most of them are women, most of them are black, and most of them are in the UK, I think. And I've heard exceptional things about this one. It is a little chunky, but I've heard it is brilliant. So I'm again very excited for this one. So is this going to be your choice? Or is this going to be your choice? And this also is a beautiful cover. Wow, I have chosen 4 very beautiful covers. And this is The Mercies by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. And this basically follows a fictionalized version of this true story that happened in the 1600s in Norway, I think, where essentially this entire island's menfolk died in this crazy storm that happened, and essentially in this island there are only women that are left. So like some religious figure comes there to try to like save them, because they think that they're all witches or whatever. And I don't really know much else, but I know that a lot of my friends have really loved this book. Kieran Millwood Hargrave has extremely beautiful writing, as I have heard, because I've never read her. But this is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time as well. So this is option number 4. Will you choose this one? So do let me know, out of these 4, which one you choose. Put them down in the comment section. And yeah, that's it for this aspect of you choosing. Let's now move on to the other books that I plan to read this month. And one of them is this one, which is part of my book club, which is The Republic of Caste. And my book club is called Consciousness Raising Book Club. Every 45 days, essentially, we read one book that helps us understand the world better. And in this 45 days, we plan to understand caste better. And this is told through Anand Teltumbe, who is a professor extraordinaire. He is closely linked to the Ambedkar family, and he talks about like caste and its watershed movements in India, from the constitution to whatever's happening right now. This is going to be a bit of a difficult read, I think. I don't know, because I haven't started it yet, but I feel like coming together and discussing it will be absolutely extraordinary, and I just can't wait to read this and then discuss this with y'all. Another book that I plan to read this month is a book that I have been putting off for a long period of time, and that is this one, which is Pachinko. Now this is going to be made into like a TV series, which is coming out in like the later half of this month. So I really want to finish this book before then. It's also kind of chonky, but everyone who's read this book has absolutely loved it. I've had this on my TBR since like 2018, I think. And yeah, this one basically follows a family that moves from Japan to Korea during the Korean occupation of Japan, and just how they deal. I don't really want to know too much else, and I don't want to tell you too much else, but I've heard that it's absolutely heartbreaking and just very sad. But I'm down to be sad, because anyway, life is sad, so turns out I will only be reading beautiful books this month, because the next book that I plan to read is this one, which is Shit Cassandra Saw. And just this cover is absolutely stunning. I can't even with this. It's just so pretty and beautiful. Oh my god, it's just like, but this one is essentially a collection of short stories, and it says Margaret Atwood meets Buffy in these warm, funny, and furious stories of women at their breaking points from Hellenic times to today. Oh my god, I am so excited about this one. I've heard like the format in which these stories are told are also like really weird and genre bending. So I'm really excited about this one. And then the last book that I am going to talk to you about in this video is this one, which is a book that I'm currently reading, which is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. And I am really liking this one. It's essentially like light sci-fi of sorts, where it's set in reality and we're following this one girl who is an art major, and she's like a designer essentially. And she finds this statue randomly in the night, and she's like, oh, the statue is really cool. So she and her friend take a video of it, and that video goes viral because turns out that this statue is in every city in the world, and people are wondering what the hell is happening, but turns out that these statues are aliens. So then she is like catapulted into fame, and famedom, fandom, no, you know what I mean, words are escaping me, but yeah, it's really interesting, it's really fun. Hank Green, of course, is from the Vlog brothers of like Hank Green and John Green, so he definitely knows what he's talking about into being catapulted into fame and the internet and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm really liking the conversations, and it's great, and it's a book by a man, but he's a cool man. So it's cool. So these are some books that I will definitely be reading this month, and these are books that I might be reading this month and I need your help to choose between. So yeah, March is going to be fun. I have a lot of really fun stuff coming up this month. I'm going somewhere, and I'm going to be vlogging it, so it's going to be really great. So do subscribe and stay tuned, and I will see you in my next video.